Hello, Janet Melody here for another lesson with A Course in Miracles. Today is lesson 89. It's another review lesson, so it means we're reviewing lessons 77 and 78 today. We're splitting them in two, so we're having the first lesson we're focusing on for the first part of the day and the second lesson for the latter part of the day. Then we have a 15-minute practice within each one, so it's about reading the text today and the comments that go with it, allowing that to go in, and then waiting for a deeper truth to emerge. And then always throughout the day is repeating the lesson to yourself and using the 3 comments that go under each section to keep us on course with each one. So let's go straight in, deep dive into the first lesson, which is 77. And that lesson is, I am entitled to miracles. I am entitled to miracles because I am under no laws but God's. His laws release me from all grievances and replace them with miracles. And I would accept the miracles in place of the grievances, which are but illusions that hide the miracles beyond. Now I would accept only what the laws of God entitle me to have, that I may use it on behalf of the function He has given me. You might use these suggestions for specific applications of this idea. And these are the ones we're using to keep us in alignment today. Behind this is a miracle to which I am entitled. So if you're thinking of something and it's getting you into a negative state of mind, keep saying this. Behind this is a miracle to which I am entitled. Or you could say, let me not hold a grievance against you, if it's a person, name them, but offer you the miracle that belongs to you instead. And the last one is, seen truly, this offers me a miracle. So basically the I am entitled to miracles is that you are basically the essence of love. And love has a beautiful, empowering energy about it. So you're entitled to that because that's what you are. And it's going under to a deeper understanding. So it's like there when I was saying about a negative situation that comes into your life, you want to basically try and see the love in it. Like when it's saying, I am under no laws but love's. Kind of look at it like that rather than God's, like it's some being or something abstract. Think of it as love's law. Love's law is about happiness and joy and peace and serenity, all of those things. That's the law that governs you because that's what you are at the heart of you. So yeah, it's like there's so many things in the world. I myself have had some tricky things come up in the last couple of days that have challenged me with the lessons. They really have, because I'm thinking, how can I see the love in this situation? To me, it seems very negative. It seems disempowering. It makes me suffer. And so it's seeing it, but being detached from it, maybe. You know, that's the kind of being detached in a way you don't let it affect your inner world. And when we see the world from that, like, innocence, it allows others to see the innocence in them. It's like when you think of the great leaders that ran with the energy of love, you know, they tried to go in peace and move forward, and they didn't cause any grievances, they didn't cause any attacks, because attack just leads to more attacks. You can be coming from a good place, a place of change, but does attack really get you where you want to be? The only thing attack really does when it gets that way, like war, is because you've annihilated another, option. You haven't really come to a balanced decision. It's like one wins over the other out of sheer annihilation of the other cause. And it's so destructive in our world, We are destructive as individuals. We can be so led by the ego, we can be so destructive. And yet if we have the innocence of the love within us, which we do, that's our truth, then all of these things that we do that are hurtful can be transformed. But we have to transform ourselves first before we can transform the world, I guess, because the more of us that get into this energy of love and start seeing love, the more we can change things outside of us, because we're not emanating that ego presence that the just thinking about my nieces, they're only 4, and they basically are being trained right now into like learning, like we all were, you know, going through that process of learning what that is, what's this, what this is a wall, this is a door, learning about math, learning about English, learning about all of these things. And then as we do this, as we build these layers of knowledge and understanding and what we call intelligence, we're actually boxing everything in. Everything has to fit that description. And if it doesn't, there is like a conflict, and everybody sees things differently. So even though you name a tree, everybody will have a different experience of looking at a tree and their analogy of it. So they're boxing it. We're all boxing it in different ways, and then we clash because those ways sometimes don't match, you know, our opinions sometimes don't match. That's why war starts. We don't want to do what somebody wants to do, and so we try and force the other person to do what we want them to do. We don't go with nature's flow. We don't live from that energy of just flow. We're all trying to control our lives, control our destinies, but we don't know where they're going. We don't know why we're here. We're lost. And so we're trying to label things and put them into boxes to feel that safety, but it hasn't helped us really. You know, it's maybe helped us communicate. But even that, communication. I mean, look at text messaging now. How many times can you read a text and read it in so many different ways depending on your state of mind? It's an example of how things have just gone crazy. How do we know that we couldn't have communicated through just energy? You know, we don't know because we've created this world. This is the one we're living in. And, you know, we're not finding the happiness. Happiness here, it just seems temporary. And we're always like trying to seek for something else, either a better job, a better partner, more money, you know, better health. All of these things, constantly searching and chasing, and it can be so exhausting, life. So this lesson today is I am entitled to miracles, is saying you're entitled to see love all the time because that's what you are. You're entitled to see a different perspective of the world. You're entitled to see it. And the entitlement is once you fully know and feel that true, it's like a beautiful essence that comes in and just shakes up and awakens us. It awakens us to the truth. And then we think, wow, I didn't see it like this before. I've always seen it like that. You know, I didn't see the beauty in that person before. I've always seen them like that. And sometimes that new perspective comes because the other person changes and they change the way they've reacted to you, or you've misread something and suddenly you see a better way. And you must have had an experience in your life where a relationship that maybe was testing suddenly resolved and it became good. It became good again. And there are others that don't, and then those people leave your lives. It's like relationships really are the biggest tester for us all. They help us understand ourselves because they trigger us. They trigger the parts of us that are still broken, I guess, the ones that are wounded and sore, and we get hurt by a certain thing. And these miracles are about not allowing things like that to hurt you anymore. It doesn't mean anything. Let it go, you know. At the beginning, when we started this course, it was all about seeing things that they are meaningless. They don't mean anything. We've given them meaning. And so when we remove all of these meanings, we're given miracles because we see then the truth behind all of what is going on. So the second lesson that we're going to focus on is 78 for the latter part of the day, and that is let miracles replace all grievances. By this idea do I unite my will with the Holy Spirit and perceive them as one. By this idea do I accept my release from hell. By this idea do I express my willingness to have all my illusions be replaced with truth, according to God's plan for my salvation. I would make no exceptions and no substitutes. I want all of heaven and only heaven, as God wills me to have. Useful specific forms for applying this idea would be So these are the things to keep us in alignment with let miracles replace all grievances. And this is, I would not hold this grievance apart from my salvation. Let our grievances be replaced by miracles, and name the person. Beyond this is the miracle by which all my grievances are replaced. So again, it's about letting love show you the truth beyond whatever is causing you the suffering that you've created an issue over. You know, I would not hold this grievance apart from my salvation. So I would not hold this issue, this struggle, apart from my freedom. And the freedom is just to see it from the eyes of love. Let our grievances be replaced by miracles, and whoever that is you're having a disagreement with, let all of that meaning that you're maybe having an argument over disappear, and see that you're both loving energy at the heart of you. And you've just created a little shell around that beautiful love energy with a meaning in your mind, then you're attacking the other person for it. So just let it go. That's as simple as it is. That's as simple as it is. That's why it's this huge book, because there are so many different meanings we put on the things, you know, there's so many. We've labelled every single thing that we put our eyes onto. And if we haven't labelled it, it soon will be labelled. It's like we find a new species. Oh, we don't know what this is. What will we call it? Ba-boom. There's a name. It's in a little box now, in with everything else in this world. And the grievances are the same. We've labelled people from our past. It's like, I know you. I know who you are. You've done this, 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 and we bank it all up like a little sort of, you know, haversack behind us, so we can bring it out and attack the other person with it because we know them because of what they've done, and we don't let them go. We don't let them be the new person that they are every day. We're all new. We're all completely new every day. It's a new experience. We've got a new start in life. Every day we're given a moment-to-moment chance of doing and being. We can change to the energy of love in this moment because that's all we have. But we've labelled a past, we've labelled a future, and so we focus on them, so we miss out living our present time, and we just keep living in this spiral of madness, really. It's madness when we can just let go, be at peace with where we are, with the people that surround us, with the world that surrounds us, and oh, what a glorious place we would live, you know. So that's what this course is aiming at. It's aiming to get us to see, to go back to the true essence of who we are, for when we were born and when we didn't have any labels, when we just saw the world as awe and amazing. And, you know, it's like even when I saw the sheep in the field, you know, and the little lambs are coming out, you see the difference with the sheep. The sheep are just like lolloping around, like it's almost like they know the world, and the little lambs are kind of jumping about and having joy. It's like we were like that when we were kids, you know. We found fun and joy in the little simple things in life, you know, because it was all new, sparkling new. It wasn't boxed in and shut away. So allow these two lessons today to bring back that child innocence in you, to know that you are entitled to miracles, and to let the miracles replace all of those grievances that have come about from your years and years of history and whatever it is, and the meanings you've given and been taught to give things. Let them go and let a new world emerge. Let a new world emerge and see what happens. So enjoy your practices, and yeah, we'll discuss the next one. It's our last review tomorrow, and then we're back into the standard lessons again. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.